if here is a tree, these are the appearances. The green of the leaves and the brown of the trunk, those are the appearances, and the rustling of the leaves in the wind, the rustling of the tree in wind is an appearance to my ears. The green and the brown is an appearance to my eyes. If I go up and hug the tree like a good ecologist, then I get touchy-feely with the tree. That's another appearance through the sense of touch. If I love the tree to the point of licking it, well, then I get taste of the tree. And what's the last sense? There are five.
See, smell, taste, and touch.
Smell. If I go up to the trunk, and so the appearances are the appearances not only to the eye but to all five senses. Behind the appearances is the substance. We'll get into this, but and the substance is a different matter. Okay, now there's just time. I don't know how many of you have seen this before. If you've seen this before, don't yell. Just let others rack their brains over it. What is this? How many of you have seen this one? Okay, okay. It's not very complicated, but it is a value. It's a valuable thing. Okay, now, what we've got here is 8 lines. 2 are slanted, and the other 6 are a square with a cross lines. What is that? Everybody is seeing exactly the same. The eyes, all of everybody, are seeing exactly the same lines. So the eyes have done their work. The eyes say 6 lines and then a number of little squiggles. But it doesn't answer the question, what is it? Is it anything? Answer, it's a giraffe walking past a window. Okay? Now there again, the lines are appearances to the senses. The senses pick up the lines. But what it is, the whatness is different. It's picked up by the mind. What is it? You could call it the whatness. It's also called the essence. It's also called the substance. Those are technical words which all have their special meaning. Whatness is an invention, but whatness says in English what the words essence and substance say in Latin. The mind picks up the substance. The substance speaks to the mind. The senses speak to the appearances speak to the senses. And there's two different, and those two things, the sensation and intellection, which is the activity of the intellect, the intellection and sensation are two different, compose human knowing. Human knowing is very complicated because human beings are very complicated. Human beings are very complicated because they have both spirit and matter. They're spiritual like the angels. Man is also material like the dogs. Therefore, man alone has all the faculties of an angel plus all the faculties of a dog. The dogs don't have the faculties of the angels don't have the faculties of the dogs. Only man combines the two. How the two combine is very mysterious, but they obviously do. I'm all the time picking up color, and this, I say, it's a shelf. I know it's a shelf. This is the case of shelves. The mind tells me. These are little plastic stops to hold up the shelves. That this is a statue. The great blue is of the Mother of God. These are flowers. My mind is constantly reading inside, reading on the other side. I look at these appearances of brown and green. I say, this is a tree. the substance is a tree. The senses don't tell me it's a tree. The senses only tell me brown and green. Therefore, the correct way of understanding human knowledge is to recognize that it is a composite of sensation and intellection. It's enough for a look. You've got 6 beings. So this is where we're at now. 6, you've got Almighty God. You've got the angel. Oh, no, sorry, I need to put that in the middle. You've got Almighty God. You've got the angels. You've got men. You've got animals. You've got vegetable and mineral. Those are 6 levels of beings. Of course, Almighty God is a class in his own, but nevertheless, he is where we all come from. Now then, God, angels, and men are all spiritual. Men, animal, vegetable, and mineral are all material. That means that you've got only one being who is both spiritual and material. God and the angels are spiritual without being material. Animal, vegetable, and mineral are material without being spiritual. Only man, amongst all the material beings, only man has a spiritual soul. Therefore, man is the most complicated of all creatures because he's both spiritual and material. Therefore, the loving of man is complicated, and the knowing of man, the activity of knowing, how man knows, is complicated because it's both spiritual and material.